This is part 1 of a 6-part masterclass series on preserving the harvest from your garden. If you're like most gardeners, you think about preservation when your counters are overflowing with tomatoes and zucchini. But successful food gardeners think differently. They see preservation as the foundation of growing vegetables, not an afterthought. Planning your preservation goals before planting your first seed helps you choose the right varieties for your favorite preservation methods, grow appropriate quantities so you're not overwhelmed or disappointed, space out your harvests for manageable processing sessions, and identify crops you can store without processing at all. Throughout this series, you'll learn how this foundation-first approach transforms both your garden and your pantry. We're excited to share this information with you and help you take another step toward true self-sufficiency and food security for your family. Let's get started.
So welcome everybody, Stacy Murphy here, and this is 3 strategies to simplify preserving and storing the harvest so you can stock your shelves and boost your immunity. And it takes less time than you think. So what I'm going to show you how to do today is to demystify food preservation so you can enjoy fresh homemade food all season long, no matter what's going on in the world. And we're talking about foods that really boost your immunity. These are crazy times that we live in. And so now more than ever, your health is primary importance. And cooking all your own healthy meals, it gets tiring. But what if you could spend the same amount of time and batch your meals for months to come? And you wouldn't have to go to the grocery store as often. So I'm sure you guys are ready to get started, right? So for some of you, this may be the first time you're thinking about preserving the harvest. That's awesome. You're seeing the health benefits of fresh food and you'd love to enjoy it year round. But because you don't have firsthand experience, you may feel a little bit intimidated, not knowing where to get started, and that's okay. And you may be wondering how to know if the food that you preserve for later is safe to eat. That can be scary. I totally get that. And I'm really glad you're here because I want to put those fears to rest. People have been doing this for hundreds of years, and you can master food preservation pretty quickly too. There are some safety precautions that have been tested and approved that take the guesswork out of the process. But I'm guessing for a lot of you, this is not your first attempt to try to figure this stuff out. So the first thing I want to mention that is if you've tried to preserve your harvest and you just feel lost in all the work, buried in tons of zucchini and tomatoes, and you're not really enjoying the process, you're definitely not alone. Because if you're gardening, cooking, preserving, harvesting, it's a lot and it can be overwhelming. I totally get it. And now that I've mentioned gardening, I should also mention that you don't need a garden to preserve the harvest. Take advantage of all that fresh food at the farmer's market. That's always an option too. All right. And here's a slide from one of our students, from Gina, and she was saying that we changed her mind on food preservation. She initially took this course to learn more about how to preserve harvest, but what happened is she started realizing that there was food that she was buying from Costco that was going to waste, and she was finding new ways to take advantage of that food as well. So not only from your garden and from the farmer's market, but also can be from the grocery store if you know which foods to preserve and when to preserve them and when to let them go. Okay, so that's why we're here today. If you're like me, you have a dream to grow, harvest, and eat organic vegetables and herbs, preferably all year round, no matter what's going on in the world, so you can feel great in your body. And so I'm going to show you 3 strategies to simplify this process during this live class. And I'm going to give you all that I got for the next 60 minutes, and then I'm going to share an opportunity to learn more with me at the end. All right. So I want you to really focus here, take it all in, and at the end, I'll share an opportunity to dive deeper. Okay, so my goal for this live class is to help 2 types of people. For those who are beginners, you're going to gain an understanding of the different food preservation strategies that might work for you, even if you're learning how to cook. And for more experienced growers, you're going to discover a new approach to automating your process from harvest into meals. So putting fresh meals on the table takes less time than you think. And my intention for this class, the only way for you to stress less about what's for dinner, anybody else stress about what's for dinner every night? So the only way for you to stress less after a busy day is to have a pantry stocked with fresh, healthy options and a fast, creative way to put those things together into delicious meals. And the only way for you to have a pantry stocked with fresh, healthy options is to follow a step-by-step food preservation system so you can manage your time effectively. It's not something you just know how to do because you've eaten before. Meal planning by itself is a life skill to have, and linking that meal planning to fresh harvest is an art form and one I can show you how to master. This is the cooking and life skills class that you wish they taught in schools so that everyday life could be simpler. And like I said, I've done this with people of all ages. Now, I had a big breakthrough years ago that showed me how to do all of this, and I'm excited to share that with you today.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. And for more simple and practical gardening tips, subscribe to Grow Your Own Vegetables. For more tips and updates, visit gyov.org and join our growing community.